knows her. She doesn't even know herself. She's the hermit of the hovels in this place of many portals and plainer trade. The mortals hold out empty palms. She fills them without a thought. In a city built on commerce, she doesn't care about profit or loss. She's the woman in the mask, a puzzle without solution. Living a life of seclusion, the fool of far grave feels your pain. Nobody really knows her. She doesn't even know herself. She's the darling of the alleys, trapped behind a curious mask she can't remove. The mortals weep and cry out. They're hungry and hurting too. She does whatever she can to aid them, and never seeking favor or coin. She's the woman in the mask, a puzzle without solution. Living a life of seclusion, the fool of far grave lends a hand.
Onlinein pelaamista. Noin. Pardin hyvä viereen on hyvä parkeerata. Siinä oli jonkun asuntokin. Täällähän voi varkailla. Mä oon taas jonkin verran itse asiassa hukassa. Portaali Plaasaan. To the Deadlands. Tämä kirja kertoo Deadlandsista. Ilmestyttiin eri puolille Deadlandsia, eli tää on niinku kylmä osa ja tässä on niinku tää pahuksen kuuma osa. Deadlandsissa on erilaisia paikkoja. Ja jonkin verran vaaroja näköjään. Martyrsfoli. Bay Shrine otetaan tästä näin, niin pystyy teleporttaamaan sitten myöhemmin tänne. Tässä oli tää questi, mikä piti hoitaa.
What do you want? And better yet, what are you doing all the way out here? If you don't mind, I'm actually running for my life at the moment. So if you could let me get back to that, I'd appreciate it. What? The Dremora actually asked for help? Bah, I'll never understand the grasp. All right, before you do anything hasty, at least let me explain.
Iso väärinkäsitys. Niin, kaikki aina sanoo niin.
All right, guess it's not. We've got a good reason, I swear. Hold on, it's not safe here. Please, find my two friends and send them to the portal to Fargrave. It's where we plan to meet if we got separated. Once we're together, I'll tell you the whole story. You can decide what to do with us from there. Many thanks. Their names are Eliza and Minwaleth. We all split up once we got here, but they shouldn't be far. I'll head to the portal now. I promise I'll explain everything once those two are safe.
Okei, tossa on bossitappelu. Täällä voi kalastaa niinku Fall Fishing Hole. No niinpä tietysti. Ja täällä onkin muita pelaajia odottelemassa. Menee yleensä ehkä maksimissaan 5 minuuttia näiden spamnaamiseen. Edelleen ryhmä on pistänyt ton hengiltä, niin monilla muillakin on sama tehtävä, mitä ne yrittää täällä tehdä. Muistoja tosiaan tulee pelin edetessä. Mementoja. Näitä saa ihan pelaamalla peliä, että niin kun suurin osa oli juurikin sellaisia. Taisi olla itse asiassa melkein kaikki, että sä saat niin kun, jos sä saat jonkun saavutuksen aikaiseksi, niin sitten sä saat tällaisen. Mikä se olisi hauskaa? No vähän vaarallinen kirja. Tää oli ihan tulisi komea. Illuusia lohikäärmeitä lentelee ympäri. Niin kuin monissa muissakin roolipeleissä, niin täällähän on niinku erilaisia ratsuja. Sitten lemmikkejä, mitkä voi seurata sua ympäri sitten. My favorite.
Tamriel, did you get that one?
Aha, Miri huomasi ton. Epäkuollut koira. Griffoni, pentu, eli arnikotka. Montakohan kiloa päivässä toi syö raakaa lihaa? Ja kuinka isoksi se kasvaa? No. Nyt tuli taistelu.
Off with you, Swift! Mother Morrowind has her eye on you.
Joo. Tässä on niin hirveellä ja noita pelaajia, niin ei näillä on mitään jakoa.
My head.
Lauluja taas.
Shaky right now. I'd make the waking flame pay for this.
Okei.
I don't feel so good. Thank heck. I don't know who you are, but I hope you make it out of here too.
Se on aina näissä niinku laukastaan uusi lisäosa, niin täällä on niin moni pelaaja tappamassa näitä pomoja, niin ne vaan kuolee niinku sillä 15 sekunnissa.
They left us to get eaten by that thing.
Sitten Buckin kavereita etsimään. Jaha. Battle of Immolation. Tosta pääsis johonkin dunkkuun.
Get back, you fetcher!
tää oli kuollut. No. Jaha. Täällä on grillibileet tai jotain. Hassua vähän nähdä Deadlandsissa oikeesti jotain muuta kuin tulta ja tulikiveä, mutta... Jaha. Tosta alkaa uusi questi. Tässä mä ajattelin tuolta käydä ja etsiä ton yhden kaverin, jos se löytyisi sattumalta hengissä. Daedra-alttari. Romua.
Let's ride!
Siinä oli arkku. Pitäis melkein pitää vaan niinku silmä kovana, että jos löytyis noita arkkuja. Niistä saattaa löytyä kaikkea tosi hyödyllistä niinku setti-itemeitä. Toi mitä mä löysin aikaisemmin. Nykyään tulee näköjään nää Skysardit tälleen karttaa. Niiden etsiminen on huomattavasti helpompaa. Resursseja voi keräillä, puuta. Ja nyt niin kun Scry on semmonen, että pystyy niin kun arkeologiaa leikkimään. Mutta toisella hahmolla taisi olla enemmänkin taitoja siihen suuntaan. Mut siitä saa niinku käytännössä rahaa, huonekaluja. Löytyy antiikkiesineitä täältä eri paikoista. Koko pelialueella on siis. Kaikilla alueilla on jotain löydettävää. Siinä on huonossa kunnossa oleva leiri. Siinä on joku hangaroundi. Noin. Niin mulla on toi lemmikki nyt mukana. Tulinen karhu voi olla esimerkiksi. Nyt tiputtautuu alas. Ouch. Otin ton lemmikin pois seuraamasta, kun ne on vähän hassuja ehkä. toi näyttää luotaan työtävältä paikalta. Siinä on toinen portaali. Eiköhän noitakin jossain vaiheessa aleta menee. Tempest Engine.
I don't want to die in this place. Stay back. Please, don't come any closer. I don't have the strength to fight you or any money to give you, but please, I beg.
You saw Bach? Is he safe? He must be if he told you to come find me.
I'm not sure why you're helping us, but I don't care. Thank you, stranger. What about Minvaleth? Please tell me gods, no. This is all my fault. She only went along with the plan for my sake. I got the drain and now she's dead because of it.
Okay,
She lost her life trying to save mine. It's not fair. I need to see Puck. Please, where is he? Then I'll make my way there. Thank you, stranger. You can't know what this means to me.
Drain, jonkinlainen ulottuvuuden hylkymisreaktio kuolemaiseen. Tempest Engine. No. Kumppani sai tasoja.
Never used to fight this much. Until I met you.
Kiitos Mirri.
I really don't like your odds.
Tää ei oo mikään bossipaikka, tää on vaan paikka mikä tekee noita myrskyatronakkeja. Selvä.
Off we go.
Nyt kaikkea jännää kanssa. Niin joo, toisaalta voi täällä vähän vihreitä olla, kun mä muistelin se, että se Camoranin niin kuin paratiisi, mikä oli Oblivionissa, niin sehän on semmonen tosi vihreä metsäinen paikka. Tyyppi oli tehnyt itselleen Oblivionin paratiisin tai hänelle ja seuraajille. Oli kuulemma ikävä paikka kuitenkin. Sinne mennään Oblivionin lopussa. Ehkä jos tää on niin 15 vuotta vanha spoileri, niin saakin spoilata.
Someone else who's unafraid of some bad weather. You must have as good of a reason as I do for being out here. I carry an assortment of useful goods. What are you looking for?
Karapeissi. Tuo voisi pistää myyntiin. No vois hajottaa. Joo, tätä tavaraa tulee kyllä ihan törkeä määrä. Parikymmentä paikkaa vapaana. Toisin kuin jossain vanhassa Vovissa, niin tässä kyllä tulee niinku setti-itemeitä ihan hyvällä tahdilla myöskin. Tai ylipäätään varusteita, mutta setti-itemit on tietysti ne kaikista tärkeimmät. Ja kaikki on aina skaalattu sun tasoon, että okei, 160 taso on maksimi. Mulla on 755 veteraanitasoa. Se me taitaa mennä yli 1000 nykyään, mistä tulee niin kun, niistä saa about 0,1% hyötyä johonkin niin kun stattiin. Noin periaatteessa. Moi. Tällä hetkellä mulla on päällä transmogit, eli on niinku pystyy tätä hahmooni outfittiä. On erilaisia outfitteja, että niin kun pystyy lennossa vaihtamaan jonkun sellaisen varusteen näköiseksi, mikä sulla on. Pystyt tekemään. Okei. Pitää poistaa noin. Ilman mitään. Mulla on tällainen varustus. Tää on ihan settivarustus myös. Tää näyttää enemmän Hand of Almalexialta nyt. Nää päällä.
Nice hole.
Joskus mä tykkään tosiaan minimoida tätä UI:ta ihan tässä pelissä. Esimerkiksi tällä hetkellä ei vahinko-pisteitä ja muita tuu tähän näin. Aika minimaalinen toi UI. Mut semmoseen saa kokonaan kytkettyä pois, jos haluaa. Jaha.
Don't. This is my fault. If it wasn't for me, we wouldn't be in this mess.
I won't lie, I thought you'd turn right back around to Fargrave and give us up to the grasp. Thanks for coming to hear us out. I'm glad Eliza's here, but what about Minwaleth? Did you find her? Damn. I feared as much. I should have been more careful. The three of us have been stealing things since we were young, and we always managed to come out on the other side just fine. But I was just so scared for Eliza. I wasn't thinking straight. Exactly. Then we ran here to escape punishment. But punishment is all we found in this wasteland.
Huono
If we
paikka
stay
paeta
out here,
kyllä.
we'll end up like Minwaleth. But if we go back, it's whatever the grasp considers justice. And for Eliza, the drain. I guess that's up to you, isn't it? You hold our fate in your hands. You are decent enough to hear us out. So we'll comply with whatever you decide. Besides, it's my decisions that got us all into this mess. I shouldn't be making any more.
Are you sure about this, Bach? Are we really going to turn ourselves over to the grass?
The only thing I'm sure of is if we stay, we'll end up like Minwaleth. Come on, let's go.
Niin tässä voi valita aika usein, miten nämä tehtävät päättyy. Tässä on tommonen dunkku, missä tosiaan niin kun on toi yksi kuriiri, mikä pitäisi löytää sieltä. Sivutehtävä, se voisi tässä muuten tehdä ennen kuin jatkaa tuota pääjuonta. Eli tää on tosiaan tämmönen theme park MMO, tää Elder Scrolls Online. Vahvasti Elder Scrollsin maailmassa nykyään itse suurin osa lore-kirjoista, mitä tähän on kirjoitettu, on tästä pelistä. Ihan nykyään uskollinen, huomattavasti parempi kuin minkälainen se ensimmäinen versio, mikä julkaistiin, oli. Hyvin laadukasta, ääni näytelty täysin. Olette huomannut.
Tribunal, my grandmother, and the hero of Mournhold are counting on me. So why am I pacing out here like a flathead? You're a swit, Selveni. You just have to power magic rocks made by a living god, find some spirits, free them, oh, and leave the Force Martyr's Folly
Mitä
without dying
Tribunalin
painfully.
temppelin
It'll be
noviisi tekee täällä?
fun. Ah, yes. I do that. I wasn't expecting anyone. Oh. Lord Sothasil, I'm doing what the Tribunal asked. I have the 3 Mother Stones, and I know where the energy fonts are. I'll free the spirits from the Force Martyr's Folly, I swear. No? Oh, you're in disguise. I'm glad you're here. Saving Ordinator Nilera and Grandmother Priest Sovisa's spirits from Nerune's Dagon.
Ah,
Can't
okay.
do that alone. But I can give you tribute. Payment for the help of an adventurer.
Okei, eli niinku ne on kuollut Oblivionissa. Niiden sielut on jäänyt Oblivioniin ja tää yrittää vapauttaa ne. Eli niinku Ordinaattori ja Papitar on itse asiassa kuollut tänne.
Thank the 3. I have the Mother Stones I got from Amalexia's priest, though we do still need to attune them with the energy fonts inside. But with your help, we'll free Nilera and Sovisa's spirits in no time. Now, to enter the Folly. Is this a test? Are you checking if I know who I'll use the Mother Stones on? They both died years ago. They protected the temple from Nerune's Dagon when he decimated Mournhold. I was there, hiding under a table. That was a day I won't forget.
Hetkinen, siitä on 583 vuotta. Okei, aika kulkee Oblivionissa vähän eri tavalla kuin tuolla noin niin kuin normaalimaailmassa. I did it here Mehruun's Dagon a few years ago.
The decimation of Mournhold?
No
In
niin.
2920? The end of the First Era? My lord, is there something terribly wrong with you? You were
Melkein
there.
600
How could
vuotta
you
sitten.
forget? 600? No, this is a test. Almalexia's priest gave me the Mother Stones only a few weeks ago. I know how long I've been standing outside the Folly. Mehrunes Dagon's realm can't hold me captive, not like the spirits.
Tämä on mielenkiintoista, palataan tähän vanhaan juttuun tosiaan.
You might have missed the explanation. You are busy. I got the Mother Stones from a priest of Amalexia. She said that the Lady of Mercy created them. Once we attune them to the energy of the Sever, these stones will take her children home. They won't work properly unless they're attuned. Right now, the stones couldn't return me to Morrowind. They need a lot of power to save Ordinator Nilera and Grandmother Savisa. I mean, they're both dead, and they've been trapped here for years. I asked about that in Wretched Spire. There are these energy fonts that should be just the things we need. No one in Wretched Spire could really tell me where the fonts were, but given the name, I think they won't be too hard to find. Well, have you looked into the Folly? Lightning strikes happen all the time. Maybe I'm wrong, but I've always seen lightning strike the most in areas of high energy. If we follow the storms, we should find the fonts. They were both incredible women, heroes in their own right, who stood in the face of a great threat. I really look up to them both. I mean, one is possibly the greatest Ordinator to ever serve the Tribunal, and the other is my grandmother. She was protecting the temple from Mehrunes Dagon's attack a few years ago. I remember hearing her call him a Sar Shaman Fetcher. It was the most heroic thing I've ever heard. I cried when her screams stopped. My lord, forgive me. Have you been drinking grief? Any Dark Elf knows who they are. They're the guards of the Tribunal temples, warriors who serve you and all the living gods throughout Morrowind. I wanted to be one.
Oletetaan, että pelaaja ei tiedä yhtään mitään, niin voi kysellä tyhmiä.
We were visiting her at the temple on the day of the attack a few years ago. When Nilera died, Savisa rushed outside to take up her sword. She wasn't a warrior. but she managed to keep the Horde from reaching the doors. Maybe to gloat over them or use them as a warning to others. I'm not sure which. Either way, an entire garden filled with living statues of people I knew makes my skin crawl. All I know is that most of the statues here are from the time when Dagon attacked Mournhold. They're just on display here. The Fallen. On display for all Daedra to see. Oh, I might lose my nerve again.
Okei. Tästä tulee mielenkiintoista. Schrödingerin marttyyreitä kiveksi muutettu eivät oikeasti ole kuolleita.
Alright, so Lenny, if you were an energy font, where would you be? Northwest? There are a lot of storms there. Like the storm is about to get worse. We're close. Display of power, so the seal. Only 2 more stones to attune.
Stormaa Atrona.
You can make it. Keep moving.
Only one energy font left to find.
Mikä? Dagonic Manticora. Se on ruma. Daily Endeavor on tosiaan. Se on uusi ominaisuus, eli niitä pisteitä tosiaan niin voi... Jaha, nää on näköjään nollautunut muuten. Eli mulla ei ollut veteraanitasot käytössä. Niin. Antiikit on tässä näin. Morelli Achievements. Missähän olisin, jos olisin saavutukset, niin missä olisin? Se on ihan uusi ominaisuus. Tullut Blackwoodin mukana nää päivittäiset haasteet. Toi. Tässä on myöskin PvP-mahdollisuus. Seals of Endeavor. Eli Crown Storessa. Eli 8 tonnilla saa tän kummitusratsun, jos tekee paljon näitä päivittäisiä tehtäviä. Eli täällä on vielä mikromaksuja, mutta ne on vaan lisännyt tämmösen lisää, että sä voit pelkästään niinku peliä pelaamalla saada jotain kivaa. Tässä on Endeavored. 10 esimerkkiä pitäisi varastaa. No se pitäisi onnistua kyllä. 10 siiliä tonne 500. 5 work itemia working tableissa pitäisi paeta vartiolta kerran. Toikin onnistuu. Ja vain 3 trophy. Ihan helppoja tehtäviä. Nämä on päivittäisiä. Okei. PvP:ssä pitäisi 15 pelaajaa tappaa. Eli pomoja pitäisi tappaa niinku sillai vielä tällä viikolla. 19, että tää menisi. Ja PvP-tehtäviä periaatteessa näin 2. Tässä on kans niinku nykyään ohjeita, mitä täällä voi tehdä. Täytyy muistaa niinku vähän varastaa. No niin, siinä on arkku. Se on simple, eli siinä ei välttämättä mitään hirveän mielenkiintoista ole. Hidden treasure bag. Niko Mirri on mukana, löytyy vähän
Finders keepers, as they say.
ylimääräistä. Kalu, blueprintti. Olisin halunnut päästä noita kattoon tonne hienosti.
Now that that's done, my lord, can I have a word? I don't want to tell you what to do, but please be careful with those stones. They look erratic. You may be the magician, but for someone like me, holding on to erratic power seems unwise. Oh, right, you're in disguise. Sorry. Your disguise isn't bad. In fact, it's flawless. You look nothing like yourself, but no one else knew I was here. So when you appeared, I could just
Okei,
tell who
sothan
you
sille.
were. I hope that's all right.
Lähetti tänne pelastamaan näitä. Siellä.
Why would I do that? Not respect you with your titles and name? I was raised by a priest of the temple. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't anger Grandmother Savisa like that. Next, we need to... think of anything? We need to find the statues. There should be an altar in here that's used to locate statues in the folly. I, kind of had to figure that out on my own since an acolyte of Lord Vivek was called away before he could tell me. But I ran into someone familiar with this area in Wretched Spire. The altar is farther in the folly, in a Daedric building.
Tää näyttää... Jaha. Miri lähti haastamaan Riita.
Altar. Place the mother stones there and we'll be able to locate the statue.
Rinnakin. Iso koira. Speak Dalplant Haradaru Bloodgrass.
Bringing a book for travel is well worth the pack space. Shame they're so heavy.
Dagon, help us find Nilera and Subisa so
Se
that
ei
we
oikein
can do
vakuuttava.
evil. Ah, the stone. I don't know what went wrong. I started praying to Mehrunes Dagon, and then the tribunal, you, my family. It brought shame to everyone. We only have 2 stones now. We need 3. Don't know. We put the stones on the altar, and then I prayed, and a stone just exploded. Is Amalexia's power not compatible with the altar? Did Dagon figure out I'm not an evil cultist? Am I terrible at praying? Oh, yes. Here, let me mark the location for you. I may have obliterated one of the stones, but at least we have the information we need. Originally, there were 3 stones. 1 to free Ordinator Nilera, 1 to free Grandmother Subisa, and the last one was supposed to take me back to Mournhold. Without that 3rd stone, someone has to stay here. Subisa, Nilera, or me. I can't believe it. Is that what the tribunal wants from me? Maybe it's better than letting 2 spirits stay in eternal agony, but Sothisiel, I don't know if I can do that. Not even for Ordinator Nilera and
tekemään
Grandmother
taas
Subisa.
valinnan?
Ordinator Nilera was the glaive of the tribunal, and after Mehrunes Dagon's attack, well, I don't know anyone who'd say she wasn't the greatest Ordinator ever. Freeing her spirit from this place would bring peace to many. Subisa was my grandmother. She was kind and smart, the sort of person who always pushed you toward compassion. She was a priest at the temple, not a warrior. But she saved so many from Mehrunes Dagon's horde when they attacked Mournhold. Right? Would you grab the Mother Stones? I don't think I should touch them anymore. Right, I have some control over my emotions. Let's get moving.
Kysymysmerkki.
Yeah, I'd recognize their faces anywhere. So the seal. Well, here we are. Can't put it off any longer. Time to make the difficult decision. Gods, I can't really damn myself to save them, can I? But then, how can I leave one of them here? Or we could free both, but then I'd be trapped. If I was better at magic, or even understood what Almalexia's mother's stones did, then... But no. There is no way to free both spirits and ensure my escape. I'm a failure. They'd leave their tortured undeath at the hands of the Prince of Chaos. But I'd be stuck here, alone. Still, I guess the spirits would be free, and I'd have done my duty to them and the tribunal.
Kyllähän ne joutuu tekemään valinnan.
You're right. Ordinator Nilera and Grandmother Subisa would never leave the helpless to suffer. I can do this. Let's free them. They are heroes in Mournhold. They protected the innocent, stood up for those who couldn't do it themselves, fought a gigantic 4-armed Prince of Destruction, sacrificed their lives for others. I can't live up to them.
Tribunaali oli poissa just silloin kun Dagon summonoitiin Mournholdiin. Ja kukaan ei itse asiassa tässä vaiheessa tiedä edelleenkään, että kuka sen oikeasti kutsui sinne. Koska se piti olla joku voimakas kuolevainen.
Ordinator Nilera fought Mehrunes Dagon himself to keep me safe. The tribunal, yourself included,
1920 kirjasarja väittää, että se oli joku noita, mutta se on fiktiivinen kirjasarja, me ei oikeasti tiedetä.
I am, aren't I? Are you saying that maybe it won't be that bad? I guess I have done a lot of things that I never thought I'd be able to do. Travel through the Deadlands, go on a quest with a living god. I can handle a little more time here. Ordinator Nilera. She defended the temple in Mournhold when Mehrunes Dagon attacked the city. My grandmother served the temple. When Ordinator Nilera died fighting Mehrunes Dagon, she rushed out. Ordinator Nilera. I feel more hopeful even
Peace
now.
be free upon you and
Is that
yours.
the sort of effect
As I
you
saved
will
you,
have on everyone
you
in Mournhold?
saved me.
She still looks the
So
same as
then,
she did when I was a child.
you've grown so much.
I can't leave her.
You've done your duty by me, as I did mine by you.
Work is done here. Let's leave before something horrible happens. I'll meet you outside.
Ok. Tuolla on kans patsaita. Tämmönen galleria. Jaha. Urikron. Mirvi, älä seiso siinä, kun tulee alfa-hyökkäys. Nää kuolee vähän helposti nää, tää kaatuu nää kumppanit. Näissä dunkuissa on joku tämmönen isompi pommi, mikä pitää hoidella sooloksi suunniteltu. Ja syy, että minkä takia näitä kumppaneita lisättiin Blackwoodissa oli luultavasti se, että pelaajat, joilla ei ole kavereita, niin vois tehdä noita luolastoja ja muita niin kuin vähän vaikeampaa sisältöä niin kuin yksin. Mikä taas mahdollistaa sen, että niin kun pelin kehittäjät vois oikeesti niin kun taas suunnitella vähän niin kun vaikeampaa sisältöä. Aha, siellä on Skysharki taas. Noin. Kyllä tonne pääsis. Jälkeen, että jos pääsis täältä ylempään. Sieltä tuleekin pelaajia. Tässä on tää. Enemmän tuolta pohjoisesta, niin taas joku nutipää tässä. Noniin. Tää oli helppoa.
not get separated. I'd rather...
We did it! They're free! I can't believe this! After Mehrunes Dagon cut them both down outside the temple and then trapped them in the Sever, unable to move on, it was too long. Thank the three! And you, especially you,
Yleensä
magician!
noviseilla ei kestä 600 vuotta tehtävän hoitamisessa.
As far as I can tell, the Mother Stones worked. They worked. The spirits are free and we're alive. I know that last bit was mostly your doing. Here, I can't say when I'll make it to Mournhold. This is all I can give to the Tribunal now. All right, Penny. Now you just have to find a way off this plane. With its lightning strikes, monsters, and murderous, bloodthirsty Daedra. No. Be positive. You saved 2 spirits from the heart of the Deadlands. You're a hero. I'll make my way back to Mournhold. I'll only tell everyone as much as you want me to, of course. So, Thesile, I'm honestly still a little scared about how things turned out here. But I know I can push through that, thanks to you. I don't know yet. I saw other mortals when I was in Wretched Spire, so there has to be other ways into this realm. I suppose I'll have to ask someone who's made the journey, or find my own way back to Tamriel. It shouldn't be too hard, right? It's either that or get so scared that I can't move forward. Again. I just have to focus on making it back to Mournhold and stop being the swit that I am. Vivek, yes. I don't want to be here any longer than I have to. Did you see that 6-legged creature back there? That thing was terrifying. I am leaving this realm as soon as I can.
Heikko Hervonen kaverini pelastusoperaatiolla Tuonelassa. Mikä voisi mennä Mikaan? No, sillä meni 600 vuotta siihen. Täällä näet. No. Tää näyttää mustien haltijoiden talolta.
Why concern yourself with this? We can outlast the mortals.
Perhaps. But the chaos still threatens us. What do you see, mortal? The Tremora shell on the ground? What does that matter? We don't die after all. Could bring chaos. Disrupt the town's stability. Someone knew this and sent Tephilas back to oblivion. I need to know who. You can help. Wretched Spire hides Daedra. Can't get summoned while here. Like that. But Mortal's one is gone. That won't happen. Tephalas seeks a treaty. Removing him delays that. The mortals may try to purge Daedra in his absence. If so, they'll die. We know not the source of the Spire's protection. Any change might end it, including mortal deaths. You are mortal. Save your people. Speak to them so I can find the one who seeks violence. If lives do not concern you, I can provide mortal coin. Several mortals stand about gawking. Two will tell what they saw. Rodzara speaks freely to anyone, and Tarvin on the hill, allied to Daedra. I'll take Tephalas' shell to a necrologist in the Daedric area. Meet me there with what you learn. The Daedra of Wretched Spire prefer our unbound status. No masters, no summoners. We will stay under the protection this area provides, at any cost. Tephalas spoke for us with the city's leaders. Treaty negotiations, influence over city operations. Very smart that you recognize this. My answer is unsatisfying. Daedra do not want to change anything about Wretched Spire. The protection source remains unclear. The Spire? The people? Until we understand more, all must stay the same. Solitude. The constant disruptions of our existence by mortals anger us. An agreement would ensure we are left alone. You should understand. The mortals believe they allow us to stay. They cannot conceive that we allow them to live.
Pointti.
A researcher specializes in the empty shells Daedra leave behind. Their composition uses alchemy and magic to reveal secrets. He doesn't speak in the mortal tongue often, may confuse you. I'll need to interpret for him. A complicated place, even for a mortal town. It exists as a boil in the Deadlands. An infection that Mehrunes Dagon knows exists, but cannot heal.
Okei, tän takia Dagon on käskenyt, että tosta ei saa kertoa.
Did Mehrunes Dagon's arrival on your plane go unnoticed? Was his tearing a city from its roots a common event on Nirn? I have never been there, so I do not know. A mortal summoned the prince. He ripped up the spire and flung it here. Good question. No one can say. I hear many theories, protected by a different prince. Saved for later. Dagon thinks it's funny. Nothing certain. Without an answer, we must maintain stasis. Nothing can change. I refuse to have a master.
Näillä ei ole periaatteessa klaaniakaan.
Compels my allegiance while I stand within these walls. This arrangement suits me. When Tephalas began negotiations with the mortals, I offered him protection. As you can see, I failed. Tephalas makes his own choices. He is unbound just as I am. If he wishes to walk without me, then so be it. I would not stop him. Though obviously it was foolish. Limited mortal philosophy. Can he force me to kill you if I did not wish? No. Can he embed thoughts in my mind, forcing me to worship him? No. Can he bring me to another plane against my will? Again? No. He is no master, only a useful tool.
Joo, tää on Dunmerien tyyliin rakennettu. Ja toi mua mietitti, toi näyttää ihan Mournholdin temppeliltä. Joten onko tää Mournholdin jäämistö? Tässä näin. Tribunaalin voimaa jonkin verran.
Greetings, stranger.
Indorilla.
Is this about Tefelaz's death? Or I suppose, not death. The Daedra tell me that is not really how it works with them. I imagine he will come back eventually. Do you know Noroth? The two of you spoke for some time, I saw. Again, not death. Displacement? The proper word for their unique situation eludes me. To answer your inquiry, no, I did not see what occurred. I was actually headed into the Daedric district to meet with Tefelaz when I stumbled on the scene. Tefelaz and I are friendly. As much as any Tremora has friends. I helped him gain the trust of the city council to begin treaty discussions. He just met with my father, Farvin, leader of the council. I wanted to know how the negotiations went.
Mielenkiintoista. Kenes mun kanssa mun pitäis puhua?
I saw you over there talking to Noroth, just like I watched you come into town for the first time. Nothing goes on around here without Rodzara noticing. Want to know what happened to that Dremora dead on the ground? How could I miss it? One moment he's walking along, the next he falls to the ground. Body shook a little, then nothing. I thought only a blade to the chest could kill them. Not that I care. You'll find no love for those things in my heart. No, not a soul. Neither person nor creature around him when it happened. But he was coming from the spire and going toward where the Daedra stay. Probably getting up to foul business. You know how they are. I keep my eyes on them. Seems to me that we should have handled it long ago. Daedra aren't meant to live among us. They have everywhere else they can go. Why do they insist on staying where I'm forced to see their strange ways? I say, gather everyone and kick them out.
Mielenkiintoista.
No mortal is worth my time. Come talk to me when you've survived a millennium.
Niinpä tietysti.
I swear on Prince Malakath, corralling the mortals of this place into a fighting force is an impossible task. There's not much time and we need combatants. Don't be so insulting. Do you know how many enemies a town like ours faces? They will learn to fight. You will see. Once those mortals shape up and actually learn to kill each other, that is. Think on your question, mortal. Has anyone in your squabbling history ever been prepared for an attack they weren't expecting? No. That's why you train up your soldiers and make it so their ruthlessness overpowers that of your enemy. Yes, of course. What a foolish question. Under my tutelage and direction, anyone can be a worthy combatant, even these worthless mortals.
Kiva.
You're here. Ritual starts soon. Tell me what you learned.
Agree. Remnant speaks to artifacts.
I mentioned a necrologist. Mixotep's the
Necrologist.
one. If the shell holds clues, he can find them. His ritual requires your aid. I promised you would give it. First, tell me what you learned. Did the mortals see what happened? Magic from a distance, then. I saw no scorching from fire. Cursed object, maybe? No. Pockets were empty. Let's hope Mixotep reveals more. Why did he leave the Daedric area? He preferred not to upset the mortals. Makes sense. Would Favin attack him? Maybe. He resents all Daedra, but how? And why the delay? Still too many questions. Don't like it. Help Mixotet with the ritual. Claims the magic needs mortal hands. Promised me it won't hurt you.
Hyvä.
By smoke and light. Mixotet will call for a reagent. Find it, throw it on the ashes. He will explain what he sees. I will translate for you. His speaking needs practice. Start with the dead Banekin. We can go from there.
Remnant inside flames. Secrets whisper. Explore the soul. Pathways withered. Flew after darkness.
The brain decayed rapidly. Forced the vestige from the shell. The urn dust next.
Daedra-patologiaa.
Dust. Boiling land. River source haunt the chest. All dancing in river. Fade the marrow.
Poison flooded the shell. But from what? Last, the blue plant.
Infinite thirst for prepared interest proposal. Turned advice as vanity and neutral. Misery wisdom arises to the spirit's scream. Fragile tendrils allow connections to foregone, and until now, your efforts become necessary. Salvage physicality. Triangles examine interior hollows. Broken soul, limited cycle, grounded. No more understanding. Ancient folding across rivers. The track yet written beyond his general. Forfeit linear pointed strangers. Recommended blush of new. Floating beneath and above into similar plateaus. At juncture perform exaltation. Discreet.
Joo. Tarvitsee kääntäjä.
Shattered sky ecstatic bloom. Abdomen exploration. In our trail. Shard reveal.
Poison beneath the skin. The entry point. We must talk.
Lighted stump brings strange.
Curious. A poison that affects Daedra. This is new to me. We know more now. Not a random attack from a hater of Daedra. Someone able to apply this to Deadlands. Got close. This was planned. First, I need this substance. Not to use, to examine. And maybe to use. Depends on how events progress.
Jaha.
Mixotet says he knows of it. On a fallen tree to the northwest. I would like you to collect some. Too dangerous for me. I will ask around about this poison. See if someone peddles it. Perhaps someone moving for power. Then I'll visit the last person Tevelas spoke to. Favin Indoril. Meet me in the spire, center of town. Unlikely he reveals much without you there. Arrived when the spire fell. Meirun's Dagon flung him here. It's Daedra now.
Sekin on 600 vuotta vanha.
Leads the Mortals Council. Opposes Daedra residents. Possible suspect. Tevelas explained the situation. We will not leave. If the mortals attempt to force us, they will die. Simple. Our existence can remain adversarial. Knives forever at our throats. Tension makes existence a burden, inefficient. Or it can be beneficial. They provide a seat on the council. We offer protection from the Deadlands' many threats.
Nehän on siis mustien haltijoiden kirjahyllyjäkin ja pöytiä kaiken lisäksi, että joo, eli Mournholdi Dagon vieraili siellä, niin se osa kaupungista päätyi Oblivioniin. Tämä tribunaalin temppeli siis.
What do you want? What do you want?
Piti varastaa jotain.
They're coming for us.
Maybe I should have joined the boy and Armitage.
Mortals, Dremora, even scamps. I've made up rooms for them all. You'd be surprised at the sort of beings who
varmaan aika
stop here.
pienet huoneet.
Sally too. Sally. Hello. Well?
Curse those mongrels. If I wanted claws, I would have been born a Khajiit.
Noin. Daily Endeavor suoritettu. Mä en oo itse asiassa vaivautunut hirveästi näiden Endeavorien kanssa aikaisemmin.
I see the last of the Fool Killers still consorts with mortals.
And I see a blade bearer who could use a new perspective.
You travel a strange path, Lyrinth. I won't ally with kin such as you.
I was not offering an alliance. Mortals, speak to Rinkias. Tell him about burning Gyre Keep. Rinkias dislikes mortals and isn't thrilled to see me. No matter. He has a keen mind. He will see the benefit of sharing information. Talk to him and tell him what we found in Burning Giant Keep.
Niin tää on viimeinen sen klaanista, niin sillä on joku oma agenda, todennäköisesti kosto.
Mortals in the Deadlands exist only at Mehrunes Dagon's sufferance. They grovel in his cult, toil as his slaves, or skulk and hide in places such as this, in the hope he will forget about them. Which are you? And why do you seek the Blade Bearers? No Blade Bearer would willingly enter a fortress loyal to Lord Dagon. I'm in search of my clan members who disappeared, however. You say you found one of our swords at Burning Giant Keep.
Yep.
Tell me, what do you know of the Order of the Waking Flame? An audacious plan? Mehrunes Dagon has swallowed mortal realms before, or at least a portion of them. Such as this settlement you see before you. You are fortunate that their plan failed. What brings you to the Deadlands now? If Dagon's servants struck down my kin to protect this device, I will punish them. But first, they must be found. My scouts followed rumors to Zinowes's jail and Jin's foundry before they vanished. I will begin there. You may accompany me. Jin is a Dremora kin marcher. She studies relics and devices. Zinowes is Zivilai. He studies pain. They are both subordinates of Valkanaz Novkroz, who you say you encountered at Burning Giant Keep. When Dagon's purposes interfere with our own, we gladly fight his minions. Prince Dagon knows this and welcomes it. We have met the Valkanaz in battle before. This business of mortal secrets and missing Dremora is new, however. The Blade Bearers come to Wretched Spire every cycle. It provides a place to plot our next campaign against rival clans. When one of our war parties never arrived, I dispatched scouts to find it. They made one report. Then they too disappeared. Kinmacha Jind oversees a foundry in the Sever, not far from Wretched Spire. Zinowes is a master of a jail in the Burn, a place of suffering. My scouts reported that both seek information about mortal dealings, each in their own way. It is unusual for two high-ranking lieutenants of Valkanaz Novkroz to suddenly concern themselves with mortals, yes. Novkroz has nothing but contempt for your kind. Is that all? I grow impatient.
Interesting.
You and Rinkias can chase his missing blade bearers. I will return to Fargrave to sift for rumors about Sister Saldina or the Cataclysm. And perhaps see if the Anchorite has remembered anything new. I will find you when your work is done. The blade bearers are notoriously wary of outsiders. And they distrust kin who have more flexible views about honor and proper behavior than they do. I walk my own path. Some Dremora find that strange. Ask me if I care. As much as you trust me. If his blade bearers come to grief at the hands of the Dagonists or Valkanaz Novkroz, then you share a common enemy. Remind him of that. A temporary alliance with the enemy of his enemy? That Rinkias can understand. News has a way of reaching the Nexus City. Perhaps someone knows more about the Cataclysms. Failing that, I intend to delve into the Anchorite's missing memories. Something about that doesn't sit right. She obviously knows more than she recalls.
Totta kai.
Ika, Drozu, stay vigilant. It's possible our clanmates will return when I am gone.
Okei, Mirantin kirjoittama. Joo, sillä on oma kostonsa. toi on tribunaalin temppeli.
Stop right there! Please, no explanations. Good.
Got away. This time. Tired of walking anyway.
Joo.
You, but now I'm going to.
Miri ei oikein osaa väistää. Se vaan tankkaa kaikki osumat. Nyt täytyy mennä Firehowliin. Ensiksi tämän pois, sitten voisi tehdä ja sitten jatkaa perussuunnitelmaa. Vähän juonta. Ne on kyllä kivasti pystynyt käyttämään vanhoja settejä tässä.
This was once sacred ground.
Father, please, just hear Noroth out.
Indorilit on voimakkaita tribunaalin kannattajia.
Delightful. Another wanderer enters town seeking refuge. We just keep growing. I have no idea how we will sustain all you people. Wait, are you with this Daedra? You should speak to him then. Tell him to leave. I want nothing to do with him.
This conversation goes as expected. Pavan has a simple mind. Surprised Defalas hasn't killed him yet. The blighted tree, did you find it? A sample of poison may help us identify our target. Well done. Beginning to understand why mortals summon Menken. Very useful to have an assistant. A curious substance. If we find anyone else with it, we may have our target. Speak to Vaven. You're immortal. He may respond better to you. Ask about his conversation with Defalas. Get a sense of his plans. Important we delay a purge, at least until Defalas returns.
Okei, sota saa odottaa toiseen päivään.
Another stray piece of refuse has stumbled into our town, I see. At least you're not a scamp or some other horrid creature. Well, welcome to Wretched Spire, apparent home to all of the Deadlands cast-offs. Why have you come? Now, you can't really kill those things, can you? They just keep coming back whether you want them here or not. But yes, I hear about everything that happens in Wretched Spire. Odd, I just spoke with him. Have you learned how he was Killed? What? You're investigating the death of a Dremora? Why bother? That creature will be back in a matter of days.
Päivissä
He
tulee
came to push
takaisin.
for the damn treaty of his. Wishes me to allow Daedra to reside here permanently. I refuse to allow it. No idea. However, Teflaz seemed occupied with looking into a recent arrival to Wretched Spire. A shady character named Vontan. If you're so interested, talk to that scoundrel. He squats over with the other dangerous trash in the flea pits. Why? Do you know how I arrived in the Deadlands? Why I'm likely forced to live out my days surrounded by blight and storm? Are you so ignorant of the very place where you stand? Mehrunes fetching Dagon flung me here with half the city. Peace, fair. Daedra are single-minded creatures. They only strive for what their essence tells them to seek. They don't want peace with us. They only see a truce as a means to an end. What that end is remains mysterious, so they shall have no treaty. Farvin of House Indril, though I don't know if that matters so much anymore. I lead this cast-off of a town. The task was much easier when we arrived. We were mostly Dunmer. They knew their place. Now, it's an assortment of adrift refuse. I came with the Spire, crashed down after being ripped from my beloved Mournhold and flung into oblivion.
Mournholdista.
Never really understood how I, or any of us, survived. But I stopped thinking about it. Newcomers tell me it was more than 600 years ago on Nirn. Only a few decades have passed for me. I can still remember the feeling of my stomach dropping as we lifted into the air. Time flows differently in Oblivion's embrace.
Virallinen vuosi pitäisi olla 582 toista aikaa. Ja sen viimeisenä vuotena tapahtui ensimmäistä aikaa tämä tapahtuma. Niin okei, aika on mennyt vähän eteenpäin.
Tarvin, yes. He introduced Teflaz to me. A good son, but one who needs to learn his history. He was born here and never saw Mournhold. He doesn't understand what the Daedra truly are. I hope that he never needs to. Not enough, unfortunately. He appeared recently skulking around, trying to avoid being seen by decent people. He lives over in the flea pits, where we relegate those who won't stay civil.
Vähän vanhalta näyttää.
I should really clear out the flea pits.
Fontaine? Never heard of anyone by that name. I hope my father isn't sending you on a fool's errand. Just be careful in the flea pits. It's not the most hospitable part of Wretched Spire.
Flipitsit on tuolla. Luolien tekemiseenkin on näköjään panostettu vähän enemmän. Okei. Jollakin ollut kebab-bileet täällä.
You need to tell them. Oh, damn. It hurts.
Waking Flame on täällä. Kenen ilmeisesti tappot on sitten.
Regrets, I was detained. Did you find Valtan? What did you learn? Dead. Another murder? And this time, a mortal. So, the trail ends here. Waking Flame. The mortal followers of Meirun Stegan? Here? Could they seek to disrupt our protections? We must speak to Faven. He needs to know about this threat.
Eli Faven on niiden kanssa liitossa.
The cult before they endanger our sanctity. Faven must know what you learned. I refuse to allow my protection to fall, and I doubt you want to see the mortals here endangered by this cult. We must return to Spire Hall. Not yet, but in time. These type of runes, not my specialty. Also, I am cut off from a great deal of knowledge. The price of freedom. Bother? You mean anger? Upset? These aren't experiences that I have. My moods are set, fixed. I am, who I will always be. Even my search for freedom from mastery is eternal. Living here, just a temporary success. First thought, someone in town is secretly a member of this Order of the Waking Flame. And possibly someone who Tevelas was in contact with. Otherwise, they would not have gotten close enough to administer the poison. Perhaps, but I think it unlikely. Faven protects the town, claims it as his domain, would never allow outsiders to take over. The mortal holds too much pride. And he hates Mehrunes Dagon. No sense to it.
Mielenkiintoista. Kuka sitten oikeesti olisikin niinku tekemässä? Ulkopuolista on helppo syyttää myös, mutta joku kaupunkilainen on sen niiden kanssa liitossa. Todennäköisesti kuolevainen.
Faven now? Events spiral out of control.
No.
Once again, no struggle.
Olisiko se sen poika?
So he decided to act against the Daedra. We should destroy that note. Faven planned to attack Daedra, attempt to push us out. And it would have failed. The mortals don't have the numbers, the strength. And we would just keep coming. Won't happen now. But we needed him to remove the waking flame. No leadership. Yes. They refer to a location. A kind of encrypted map, but also a key. The Waking Flame's nearby camp indicates the cultists are about to make their move. I will try to rally the town, but I need you to go to the camp. Do what you can to stop them. The inscriptions describe an entrance to the southwest. It may be hidden, well guarded, but you seem capable. Find what you can that explains these events. Do your best to hinder the cult. I will seek to rally the town's residents. All of them.
Calnus was scavenging in the burn and said someone attacked Burning Gyre Keep. It was like a huge storm rumbled through the place.
You get hungry enough, you start hallucinating. It's happened to me before.
I don't think it was a lie. Havram knows a scavenger who saw something too. A Daedra he'd never seen before nearly tore the keep apart.
Havram? He needs to stop drinking from the sulfur pools.
Värtiä. Tää kikka me nähtiin jo Blackwoodissa. Salaovia. Vipusosa. Noni.
Because I believed your lies. Stupid child. Lock him up. We march on the spire soon enough.
No, niin viet on pois. Edellinen pelaaja tappoto. Tietenkin odottaa, että se spawnaa, kun siltä voisi löytyä jotain kätevää. Ei silti, että tarvitaan hirveästi romua, mutta kuitenkin niin. Tää on ehkä huonoin tämmöisessä niin pelissä, missä peliä alueella jaetaan muiden pelaajien kesken, että joku saattaa hoitaa sen sun tehtävän ja sä joudut sitten odottelemaan, että se pomo syntyy uudestaan. Tämähän on selkeästi yksin peli skenaarioita pääsääntöisesti tässä näin niin kuin Elder Scrolls Onlineissa. Että niin yksin peliksi tarina suunniteltu kuitenkin. Mut se voi pelata sitten porukalla. Mikä on vähän ehkä mielenkiintoista. Svotori on ilmeisesti samanlainen. Ja muutama muu. Eli yksin peli edellä mennään. Eli periaatteessa sun ei tarvitse olla yhtään niin kuin muiden pelaajien kanssa tekemisissä. Muuta kuin että ne pyörii ympäristöt tässä. Tietysti sellaisenkin on tilaajia sellaiselle sisällölle. Noniin.
They found us! Let the fire rise up!
Do you want to brag about battles tonight?
Ei ollut hirveästi mitään mielenkiintoista. Food of Deadlands.
I'm sorry! Leave me alone! I did what I thought was right!
Se juoksi karkuun.
You're chasing Tarvin? He ran toward the east.
Siellähän se menee.
Are you looking for Tarvin? He ran up the hill.
You chased Tarvin, mortal. Very well. I shall follow.
Don't you understand? I was helping them. The Daedra deserve a home. So you figured it out. You know I killed them. Tefilaz, Vontan, even my father. But you don't understand. How could you? The Daedra deserve their freedom. They're beings with souls, just like you and I. And we should protect them. Welcome. I always fought for the Daedra. They just want a home. They belong here as much as we do. That group, they said they would help. Mortals on the side of Daedra. They said that if I poisoned Tefilaz, it would spur the Daedra to action. Tefilaz will be back. But then you showed up. I had to kill Vontan to I know. I've done horrible things. How do I even begin to atone? But I'll go. No more running.
A confession. Good. Makes things easy. Tarvin, undermining our safety. Didn't see that possibility. Huh. I don't understand his thinking. Why help us? Why invite danger into a town? We need to stabilize it. Make it the same as it was. Nothing must threaten my protection. You completed the task. Here's the payment. 2 mortals dead. Tefilaz displaced. Tarvin racked by guilt and shame. Too much disruption to the status quo. You did well. I do not believe in binding. If I did, I would choose you. Mortal capability at its best.
Mielenkiintoisia kehuja täällä.
I wish Richard Spire stays the same. Nothing changes. Nothing disrupted. Whatever power provides the protection for Daedra remains in place. We cannot bring back the mortals. A complication, then. But I will work to fix that. His father was leader. To keep the status quo, Tarvin must take up the position. My people will not care, and we can appease any mortals who speak out. Tarvin will see the wisdom and agree in time. Manipulable, that one.
Tell Noroth I'll face whatever punishment the town devises. It will give the Daedra and the mortals something to work out. Together. Maybe in that way something good can come out of all this. I really was just trying to help.
Oblivion politics. Tää on vaikka liikkeeseen porukkaa täällä. Joo, tässä on ihan hyviä nämä sivutehtävät aina välillä. Ne ei ole juurikaan haastavia, mutta ne niinku kyllä on ihan hyvää ajankäyttöä.
What is it?
expected you to be killed on your way here. Perhaps you are more capable than you appear. This is the Foundry of Jind, kin marcher under Valkanaz Novkroz. Here she supervises Dremora who study and devise things of interest to the Valkanaz. Look for strange devices or documents about mortal machines in Jin's foundry. I will search for signs of my blade bearers and question any churls I find. There is a ritual site to the north. Meet me there when you finish searching the foundry. That would be an inefficient use of my time and abilities. Do not expect me to guard you, mortal, but if you die, as mortals are prone to do, I shall inform Lilith at my convenience. I've had few dealings with Kinmarcher Jind, but I have reservations about any Dremora who dabbles in mortal inventions. It is an unseemly habit. Dislike? One must be familiar with something to dislike it. I am unfamiliar with your kind and not especially curious. You are simply unimportant. I mean no insult. I'm sure you are very important to you, as far as mortals are concerned. Comfort is not a concept I give much thought to. It is something mortals seek, to protect them from fears and cares. Or so I have heard. Dremora know little of fear, so the relative merits of being comfortable or uncomfortable are meaningless. I will only wait for a brief period at the ritual site after I complete my own investigations. Search quickly if you wish to compare notes.
That Ringkaius doesn't know what to make of you, Master. He seems like the suspicious type.
Okei, tuo oli ikävä kasvi.
I guess I find my own.
Master, sense a death stone. If we find it, we may learn something.
Mielenkiintoisen näköinen paikka.
There it is. Touch it, and you hear the victim's last thoughts.
Jaha.
Enemies make the best dangerous allies.
Kinmarcher will release me, even if I did translate the notes stolen from Sister Saldina. Nokrovs thinks he can make his own catalyst. Let them kill me. He'll never match Sister Saldina's brilliance.
Ah, Nokvraz seeks to undermine the mortal Saldina. Two factions vying for Lord Dagon's favor. Let us hope for rivers of blood.
Jollakin pelaajalla on näköjään toi Tremora-polymorfi. Jaha, koneen kuvia.
A strange drawing, Master. Does Jind intend to construct this thing?
Tuo Foundryn ensimmäisenä varmaan. Otas tutkia loppuun asti, niin kun lähtee mihinkään vaeltelemaan. Kyllä mä olin tässä näin. Täällä on jotain. No.
A mortal woman dares command Jind and Nok'Vroz? Arrogant. Why does she need so many Tremora?
Hyvä kysymys.
I thought Jind would slice your flesh to ribbons. You are sturdier than you appear. Mortals have too many expressions. Your face tells me nothing. Did you find anything at the foundry, or did you fail at your task? For what purpose? Prince Dagon commanded Valknaz Nok'Vroz and his subordinates to assist the mortals of his waking flame cult. Or so I heard. If the mortals devised a tool for the prince's use, why would the Valknaz need one of his own? This reeks of mortal lies and trickery. Mortals do not enslave kin. And yet, I found signs left by my blade bearers. Kin of many clans gathered here before they were taken somewhere else. Yes. Kin are not to be used by mortals.
Mä oikein tykkää, kun velhot summonoi niitä Tamrieliin. Niin.
I must find signs of my missing clanmates. Meet me near the jail of Xanawaz. The area features many deep ravines. Do not fall into one and die. You are not a blade bearer. You have no means to perceive the secret symbols of my kin. We are of oblivion, made of its substance. It is a simple thing to leave an impression that others of our clan can sense.
Ah.
We are blade bearers. All the kin of my clan are pact bound one to another. The clan pact unites us in purpose, attunes us to each other. I know my kin, and can see what they wish me to see, others cannot. It is a connection that can never be broken. The clan pact shapes us. It defines our essential nature. Blade Bearer is not an allegiance, it is what I am, what I ever will be. Should this form be destroyed, I will respawn in a new body. But the clan pact remains. We do not die, mortal. We will investigate the Zivilized, Ainoas. I will meet you there, if you survive the journey.
Se on tuolla asti. Mielenkiintoista. Niin mä mietin, että Lyrant saattaisi etsiä merkkejä sen omasta klaanista. Se on, väitetään, että se on tuhoutunut. Okei, tää on talo, minkä vois pelaaja ostaa. Joka kentässä on tämmönen meinaa, how cool is that?
Julie.
Tästä vaan joutuis maksamaan oikeita rahaa todennäköisesti. Purchase Options ei ole näköjään vielä myynnissä. Onpas tää iso. Tää on nyt varmaan niitä isoja rakennuksia, mihin mahtuu parikymmentä pelaajaa. Happohuone. Siitä vaan tekemään omaa tyrmäätä nyt jotain. Mihin nyt pelaat käyttäisikään tätä näin. Tämmönen piha. 3 tornia. Aikamoinen. No valitettavasti aika usein niin ihan hinnoissaan. Katsotaas houses. Eli se on todennäköisesti notable house tämä mikä tulee. Eli esimerkiksi niin kuin on 10–12 tonnia. Tää on 13 tonnia. Tää on tosi suosittu. Eli katsotaan selaimesta. Eli 12 tonnia varmaan todennäköisesti. 14 000 kruunun pakkaus on 84,99 €. Ja siis tässä on se idea, että mitä enemmän sä ostat noita kruunuja, eli tänne pelin niin kuin valuuttaa, mitä ei muuten saa, niin silloin niin kuin, siis se halpenee, mutta silti joku voi tuosta laskea, että paljon siitä tulee, 85 €. Eli ihmiset valittaa jostain Star Citizenin hinnoista, mutta kyllä niin kuin yksi tämmönen niin kuin koti itselle Elder Scrolls Onlineista niin maksaa ihan yhtä paljon kuin tää niin kuin Cutlass Black Star Citizenissä. Vertailun vuoksi niin kuin kuluttaminen on siirtynyt pelaajilla niin nimenomaan virtuaalikuluttamiseksi. Et enää ei osteta niin kuin hirveästi isoa kasaa romua kotio, vaan nämä on virtuaalituotteita, mitä porukka ostaa. Pelaajilla on tietysti aika helppoa, että kannattaa sijoittaa niihin peleihin, mitä pelaa. Mutta että mitä tommosella nyt 20 henkilön linnalla tekee, niin sä melkein tarvitsit oman killan sitä varten. Että tietysti jotkut tykkää ihan sisustaakin tässä pelissä. Ensimmäisellä pelin kerralla tosiaan yleensä niin ratsastan ympäriinsä, tämän jälkeen vasta niin alan käyttää noita niin teleporttaa niin baselineilta toiselle. Täällä on itse asiassa ihan tässä osassa ainakin hyvä baseline tiheys. Joskus kai tuli valitettua siitä, että oli vähän liian vähän niitä. Pennakkele. Tommonen iso sikapossu. Sikanauta.
Off we
Koira.
go. Can never have enough of that. In a big family, you have to know how to scrap. Just tired of walking anyway.
Now! Kill!
Don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. Let's ride!
Ravaget Crossing. Nyt alkaa taas näyttää tosi perinteiseltä maastolta. No. Jaha. Ja että se on titaani sitten. Pieni titaani. Eli lohikäärme siis. Mutatoitunut lohikäärme.
Off we go.
Siellä niitä näkyy kaukana.
Nothing wrong with a little opportunistic harvesting.
The Zivilai will grind your mortal bones to ash if he sends you here. Xynoaz is one of Valknar's Novkroz's most fearsome underlings. He commands many Dremora. I do not know if he and Jind work together for their master or if they compete for his approval. Blade bearers would not allow themselves to be seen by you, so do not waste your time looking for them. Search for information about the mortal device that drew my scouts to this site. I will look for my kin. You exhaust me with all these questions. Are all mortals so uncertain? There is a scouts camp north of Xynoaz's jail. I will await you there, but do not dawdle. Zivilai are reckless creatures. They rely on wild emotion and brute strength instead of skill and strategy. Dangerous to the weak or the unwary. You are still here. Was I not specific enough in my warning? Zivilai are rarely bound to any clan. Sometimes they work together, but it never lasts. They are arrogant and do not like taking orders. Only the most powerful Daedric lords can compel their obedience. Such as Prince Dagon. The few I have seen are foolish, weak, or mad. There is no alliance with such creatures that would benefit my clan. Some Dremora see value in studying the doings of your kind, but not I. I leave that to Lyranth, the Fool Killer. That is the name of her clan, so to me she is Lyranth, the Fool Killer, just as I am Ringkaias, the Blade Bearer. Do you not have clan names where you come from? The earth concerns me. I cannot discern what she truly intends in these matters. Lyranth's curiosity leads her down murky paths. Her unseemly interest in you has lessened her. No, that is unfair. It has made her different. She is someone to be wary of. That is as true for mortals as it is for Dremora. Remember that. You infer too much. I do not like or dislike Zivilai. They are difficult allies, undisciplined, quick to change course as their whims sway them. One cannot guess their goals because they do not know themselves. Much like mortals, it seems. Stay alert, mortal. You seem to handle yourself well, but Xynoaz is dangerous.
All right. Täällä on selänvenytys menossa. Dark Ruins. Hemmoja. Noniin. Sillalle vaan ja siitä eteenpäin. Joo, hyvä.
Is that the last of them? Oh, thank feck.
Tuolla olisi ollut... Viitosia. Okei, missäs toi? Osoittaa tohon suuntaan toi tehtävämerkki. Noniin.
What a poorly crafted runic crux. Whatever ritual they plan to use it for will most likely fail.
Haven't I suffered? You are not one of these monsters. Daedra. Tormentors. They
Daedra on vaikeita liittolaisia kyllä.
wanted me to demonstrate how to inscribe the runes. I tried to resist. Tell Sister Seltina. I tried. The Cataclyst's runic crux. The focus of its power. These Daedra wanted to make their own. I didn't tell them everything. Tell Sister Seltina.
Okei, Viking Flameissa on näköjään jonkinlainen tällainen taistelu vallasta.
I never met him, but he invented the Cataclyst. We followed his schematics. The day of Lord Dagon's triumph draws near. I hope to see it. Damn Knockfrost and his torch hidden. Safe. Knockfrost envies us. Hates Sister Seltina. Knockfrost fears that mortals will bring about Lord Dagon's triumph. Not Tremora.
Okei, nää ei pysty tulemaan toimeen keskellä.
Weakling. He probably didn't even provide the torturer with much sport.
Okei. Mustahaltijat kestää onneksi tultaan ihan kohtuullisen hyvin. jotain, mitä mä haluan. Moderneja roolipelejä heti kun on kartassa ei markkeria, niin ei löydä noin. Noin. Noniin. Noniin, Mirri saa sen tapettua. Noin. Se on joku vihje vielä löytämättä. Noniin, täällä oli yksi. Täällä ei oo käyty. Okei, taas merkki.
More scratchings? They really are trying to build their own cataclysm, Master.
Mighty interesting.
Still here. Thanks for asking.
You have found information. Perhaps you have proven yourself a useful companion after all. What have you learned? Of course. Akanaznavkraz refuses to accept that the mortal followers of Mehrunes Dagon can succeed where he has failed. A useful insight.
Tää on ihan loogista juonen kuljetusta onneksi.
Blind seer. That means nothing to me. Nor can I make sense of the drawing. The runic crux, however. The work seems poorly done. Xenoaz's methods have their limitations. I found something as well. A hidden message from my blade bearers. My kin learned little that we did not already know. They waited here, hoping to trail a waking flame messenger back to Sister Seldina. Since they are not here, it must have worked. Which leaves us no closer to finding this mortal device, or my kin. Defective parts, strange scribblings, the inventions of a blind seer. I hope Lyranth learned more in Fargrave.
The inventions of a blind seer. Interesting. I believe we know his name.
Elagian. That's what I remembered earlier. Lyranth helped me.
Elagian? That old lunatic? He was locked in the blood pit last I knew.
Did that Datrat talk?
Pathetic form holds Arox the Mutilator. Titan of Destruction.
Titani on pistetty rottaa.
Not so long ago, the blood pit trembled at the mere rumor of my approach. They cowered before me. I first encountered Elagian there. He was quite mad. Probably still is. I'm not sure what he'll be able to tell you, Master. The blood pit is a foul prison, that I once oversaw. When I was cursed, I awoke there in this reduced form, cast down with others who offended Mehrunes Dagon. That's where I met Elagian. He was locked in a prison within the prison. The Durance Vial. Master, I am not sure if Elagian knows who Elagian is, or why he is there. You'll see. The Blood Pit lies northwest of Burning Gyre Keep. I can guide you, but the presence of powerful Daedra not aligned with Prince Dagon will be noticed. The Blood Pit imprisons disloyal Daedra with mystic wards. Lyranth and the Blade Bearer would have to shatter those wards to enter. Mortals, walls and locks are enough to bar your path. Your Dremora allies cannot come with us. I was imprisoned there before I escaped, only to be captured by the Collector. Damn his many eyes! They never were able to overcome my natural immunity to the wards. Something to do with my position before I was cursed, I imagine. Probably not. Mortals are delicate about such things. The Blood Pit is a cruel place, Master. Prince Dagon sends his enemies there to suffer. Mortal prisoners do not last long, unless they are valuable in some way. Let us depart, Master.
Let's meet at the Blood Pit. If I know Elagian, maybe he knows me. I'll meet you at the Blood Pit. It's safer if we travel separately and don't call more attention to ourselves than absolutely necessary. Gazmod the Collector's interest in my mask gave Lyranth an idea. Rather than try to remove it, she attempted to suppress its enchantment with her magic. It was as if a curtain in my mind moved in the breeze for a moment. I saw Elagian, a sad old man with eyes that looked on things others don't see. And I remembered his name. I'm afraid that's all Lyranth could help me recall.
The Daedrat raises a good point. I shall wait at Wretched Spire. Find me there when you and the Anchorite have learned what you can from the Blind Seer. Although that would be both useful and edifying, Aarox is correct. My presence would be immediately evident anywhere within the confines of the Blood Pit. I shall have to rely on your skills. Alas. I'm sure you are capable of asking questions, but neither of you are Dremora, and your interrogation techniques are limited. Most mortals are disinclined to robustly extract the needed information. Nevertheless, I will rely on your skills.
Paikka kans.
What a sight! Oh, I can't wait to write home about this.
Huh. Blood Pit on aika lähellä. Aha.
Let's ride!
Over here, friend. No one's come in or out. Well, the blood pit. If
Okay.
names are omens, then this is a dire one. After what Aarox told us about the place, I admit I wouldn't want to set foot there until we exhausted every other lead we had. I'm not sure. Wouldn't a place like this leave scars you couldn't forget? I don't know. And what does it matter? However we met, I just hope Elagian can tell me who I was before this mask was adhered to my face. It would also be nice if he can tell us something useful about the Riven Cataclysm.
Kyllä, kyllä. Blood pit.
There, an overseer. Let's see what's going on.
Oh.
The blind old fool is useless. All he did was babble about nonsense.
He is becoming resistant to the elixir, Valkenar's Knockcross. There's nothing to be done.
Nothing to be done? Be grateful that I am not my predecessor, Aarox the Mutilator.
Knockfrost is weak. I would have killed the Overseer for her failure.
Niinpä tietysti. No, sitten mä oon aha, kirja.
Careful. Overseer on the left.
Ah, Valkenar's Knockfrost. Do you have any idea when we can expect Aarox the Mutilator to return?
Aarox never left. I had him cursed. Turned him into a Dade rat.
Knockfrost? He did this to me? That bloodless ash pile!
Improve the elixir before I return. And forget Aarox. He's no longer your concern.
Haa. Tämmönen kirjoituskammio. Tänne pitäis päästä ilmeisesti sisään. Uinarkki. Enää ilmeisesti hirveen veisi apua. Taitaa olla oikein suuntaan.
The Warden's Overlook is nearby. The entrance is a portal. We might find the location of Elagian's during spy day.
You know, I like to think I'm agreeable.
Then
There, Master. The portal to the Warden's Overlook.
Daedra portaali. Arrested mutilator. Gone missing or possibly eaten by mortal prisoners. Se on kyllä ihan mahdollista.
That map was obviously
Look up
drawn by
there!
a prisoner.
Nok'Vroz returns!
Have you completed your interrogation, Falconer's Nok'Vroz?
Nothing but a waste of time. Just more of the same. Secure the Durance vial until I return. I must go. That tiresome mortal Seldina insists on my presence. Improve the elixir before my next interrogation.
He's getting away! I'll kill him!
Pallista oli tuossa sopivasti.
I remember the smells of this place. The old seer should be behind a glowing door.
So close, but one more obstacle. Any ideas?
No, katsotaan sen siis kirjahoidolta. Teleportit on, tuossa vois energiaa pistää teleporttiin. Tässä voi laadata kiven, jos se on löytys.
If Aarox is right, Elagian is behind that glowing door. That's a lot of security for one old blind seer, though.
Ne voi olla yllättävän kovia.
Figure out how to open Elagian's cell if I really want to talk to him. Yeah, I thought so too. But what if something in my past is terrible? What if that's why I can't or won't remember? All right, let's do this. I think we can use lucent crystals, just like back at the bathhouse in the shambles.
No, sun menneisyys on todennäköisesti 100% karmeita.
Lucents can be charged with energy and used to activate all sorts of things, like opening that door, maybe. Gather some lucents and look for a dynamis font to charge them. There's got to be one around here. Maybe on the balcony up above? Spend any amount of time scavenging in Fargrave or various realms of oblivion and you'll run into a few of these Daedric devices. Gather a few lucent crystals, and hopefully they're...
I remember. There's a rune of unsealing on the balcony above. It unlocks the cell door.
And look over there, a charged lucent. Now place the charged lucent in the discharge labyrinth. I see discharge labyrinths on the balcony above. Find some lucent.
The masked one speaks true. We need charged lucents.
Tää on käytetty. Tälläkin on toinen käytetty. Tuo on kolmas.
Activate the rune of unsealing before an overseer comes round.
Good. The sooner we finish with the old seer, the sooner we can punish Nok'Vroz.
That did it. Now let's see what Elagian can tell us about cataclysms, and maybe my hidden past.
A noise. Is someone there? No. No more visions. I don't want to
is mad. I warned you, Master.
That's him.
Can you hear all of them? I hear all of them. Pour the season on the coals. All good children get sweet rolls. More questions? No more questions. Is it the season of blossoms yet? That was always my favorite. All my ideas gone. They poured them out, and now I'm an empty bottle. So empty. Sometimes everything is right again. Usually not. But so many questions. I won't answer them unless... Do you smell flowers? Flowers, cows, showers.
Nokvros mentioned an elixir, didn't he? If you can find one, maybe it'll calm him down.
Taste of spring, rain's hand in a bottle.
That smells like rendered oakum flax. I like it, but it might kill the old... That bottle smells of Nern. I hate it. But this ridiculous nose of mine is not wrong. Try it, Master. Pour it on the braziers.
My mind grows still, free of those awful visions. I do not know you, stranger, but I thank you. And the others I hear. The elixir grants me only a few moments of clarity, so speak swiftly. What do you ask of me? That vile creation. Nokvros was just here asking about it. The Riven Cataclysm is my burden, my punishment, my greatest sorrow. I did not realize the purpose my designs would be turned to. Why do you seek it?
Moth Priest todennäköisesti tää tyyppi.
Yes, I believe you speak true. Destroying it would be good. You can get to the Cataclysm by going to Annihilox's summit. Nokvros speaks freely in my presence. He thinks me mad, that I hear nothing. Well, I am mad, and blind, but I'm not deaf. The Anchorite? No, I've not heard that word. But I sense my work. She wears my mask, doesn't she? I crafted that cursed item. It suppresses memories, both the wearers and those who knew the wearer. Everyone.
Aika jännä, siis tää on itse asiassa Elder Scrollin voimaa.
I cannot tell you who I made the mask for or why. The enchantment I devised does not simply abolish the wearer's memories. It erases the wearer from the memory of anyone who knew her. Whoever she was, that person is forgotten. Of course not. The mask hides who she was, not who she is now. Think twice before you seek to unbind the mask from your friend. That curse was most likely put in place for her own protection. Long ago.
Noniin, se oli Moth Priesti. Arvasin taas oikein. Tää siis kaavut oli.
Paid for the knowledge I gained with my sight. But while Morikar was still Emperor, I was abducted by the servants of Mehrunes Dagon. They brought me to the Deadlands. Dagon's servants broke me, drove me mad with torment and illusions until I no longer knew what was real and what was nightmare. The Cataclysm design is but one product of my delirium, and by far the worst, I fear. There is no escape for me. Madness is my prison, much more so than this cell. The elixir never lasts very long. Better to leave me here. If you take me away, Dagon's servants will know we talked. They would be warned.
You seem like a kindly old owl. I wish I could help you.
a kindly old owl. I remember a young girl called me that once. I have something for you.
Something for me? What is it?
This amulet. I've been saving it for so long. For you, I think. Now go. My mind. Kind, white, blind. It fills with a storm.
A sewer on the east wall. That's our exit, Master. We should hurry and return to Wretched Spire.
Goodbye, old owl. Let's meet back at Wretched Spire.
Vanha pöllö. Okei, miten tätä pääsee ulos? Niinpä tietysti viemäriä pitkin karkuun.
He remembered my mask and this amulet, but he didn't remember me.
Komea hevonen tuolla pelaajalla.
I hoped Elagian would be able to tell me who I am or how I knew him. It's disappointing. But at least he sort of explained my mask, and he told us where to find the Riven Cataclysm. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this amulet, though.
Tänäpä katsoo vielä nurkan taakse, mitä tuolla on. Traitorous Asken. Jaha. To-do list.
Traveling with you isn't a tour, it's a tale.
Valut skämppi löytyi. Oblivion portaali ja kirja. Longhorse Emperors. Barbaarit vallotti Imperiumin. Mielenkiintoinen. Sitten tuolla siis palauttaa näitä tehtäviä. Eli mistä tahansa pystyy teleporttaamaan, mutta se maksaa kultaa. Ja sitten se, jos mä teleporttaisin nyt heti jonnekin, niin sitten se maksaisi enemmän ja enemmän kultaa. Ja katsotaan vaikka nyt tonne noin, niin se olisi yli tonnin verran heti toi maksu. Laskee kuitenkin alaspäin. Takaisin vihreämmälle alueelle. Tää on ihan kiva, ettei tää oo tulta ja tulikiveä kokonaan tää Deadlands.
Interesting. You appear to have survived Dagon's worst prison and suffered little to no damage. And your demeanor suggests that you succeeded in your mission, though the anchorite seems distressed. Tell me, what happened in the Blood Pit? I know an Ilark summit, a high peak in the Sever, inhospitable to mortals, and Dremora for that matter. Few go there. It would be a perfect place to hide the Riven Cataclysm. But what's wrong with the anchorite? Did Elegine recognize her? Did he now? The Cataclysm and the mask. This Elegine is clever indeed. I am more determined than ever to examine the Riven Cataclysm in detail. We must also keep the Waking Flame from misusing it, of course. Patience, mortal. You have done well. Take pride in your accomplishments and accept this minor token of my appreciation. With Rincaius, Arox, and the Anchorite at our side, we may yet complete both our missions. Prepare yourself. We move out shortly. Look at us, little mortal. Forced to accept the word of a blind old seer. Imprisoned and driven mad in Mehrunes Dagon's blood pit. If Elegine is to be believed, we'll find Sister Saldina and the Riven Cataclysm at the summit. I have heard of the location. A barren peak scoured by winds that flay flesh from bone. A good place to build a secret retreat, provided the walls can withstand the constant winds. Sister Saldina has taken great care to hide the Riven Cataclysm. Always. With Rincaius and his blade bearers beside us, we will fight our way to the Riven Cataclysm. When I have seen what I need to, you can destroy the device. Meet us at the base of an Ilark summit, provided you want to be part of this. Grab the Daedrat and prepare yourself. The dangers of an Ilark summit are enough to make even a Dremora pause. I assume we will have to deal with both Nokfrost's forces and the Order of the Waking Flame along the way. That seems unlikely. If Saldina already had such an army, she would deploy it at once. Remember, she is eager to conquer Fargrave and earn Prince Dagon's favor. Still, I do not think we have much time before that changes. The incarnates we encountered were indeed mindless engines of destruction. The Dremora within no longer thinks. All it knows is power and rage. Sister Saldina directs these living weapons for now. But Valkanaz Nokfrost wants this power too. Volunteer. The very thought is repugnant.
Tremorat eivät ole vapaaehtoisia.
How we value what makes us who we are. To surrender to such a process is to be destroyed. The essence survives, but the mind, the purpose, gone forever. Do you imagine they had a choice? Possibly. But each time we delay the Waking Flame, we make it less likely that Elegine's mad vision becomes a reality. Although it might have been for the best if you had removed Elegine while you were in the Blood Pit. If Elegine can create something as powerful as the Riven Cataclysm or as subtle as the Anchorite's mask, what else might he devise? One never knows how a talent such as that might prove useful. Has the Anchorite's mask affected you as well? If you insist. I summoned you to Fargrave to investigate the Waking Flame's incarnates, living disasters created in cataclysms. We destroyed one at Burning Gyre Keep, but we didn't find a cataclysm. Instead, we found evidence that the Bladebearer clan had been at the keep. Since I doubted the Bladebearers would ally with Dagon's cultists, we went to Wretched Spire to meet their kinreeve, Rincaius. He told us some of his kin were missing. No, but we discovered that Elegion, creator of the Cataclysm, was being held by Valkanaz Nokfrost at the Blood Pit. He told you that the Riven Cataclysm could be found at an Ilark summit. He also admitted that he created the Anchorite's mask.
Let us go, Master.
No
I'll meet
niin.
you at an Ilark summit, but we should be careful. I expect that both Sister Saldina and Nokfrost may be there.
No niin. Tää menee mielenkiintoiseen suuntaan tää tarina.